Alright, today we are walking to the library. This video was not planned whatsoever. I did not know what I was doing. It was like the first time I filmed in front of this many people. Like, I filmed in public before. I filmed in a bookstore, but I've never gone to the library and like filmed in front of so many people. And then I went to use bookstore after, where there was even more people, and I was like freaking out the entire time. So I hope you guys enjoyed, because this actually took a lot of willpower, if I'm being honest. Alright, here is the library. I know it's a very pretty building, and here a nice old man opened the door for me. Thank you very much, whoever you were. I apologize for my filming skills. I'm really not used to filming in public, and it's janky. I realize it's so janky, and you're gonna have to live with it. I'm so sorry. So this library has 2 levels on it. I went down to the lower level where the YA and fiction books are, and immediately going there, I went to the YA section, as you can see. I'm always surprised by like the selection in this library. It's like a lot more books than they always think, because this library is one of the smaller ones in the city. I kind of just started scouting for books I may potentially want to read. I did find one book, and I did start reading like a couple pages of it in the library. I didn't have too much time because I needed to go hang out with a couple friends after this, but I walked around quite a bit and looked at quite a few books. After I looked in the YA section for a while, I went to the fiction, fantasy, and mystery section. There's also non-fiction over here, but I don't read too much non-fiction, so I didn't really look at that for too long. Not as much fantasy over here as I would like, so I looked at the fiction books quite a bit. I believe there's also romance over here, because I found quite a few romance books, but I think it's mixed in with the fiction and like the literary fiction books. See, yeah, The Hating Game, and then I found The It Girl by Ruth Ware, which I've been wanting to read for a while. I've been getting into my mystery phase lately, and then just some other random books that seemed interesting. Also, By a Thread by Lucy Score. Was kind of surprised to find that one there. And so, because I couldn't find anything in the fantasy, fiction, and mystery section that I wanted to read, I went back to the YA section. So I picked up anatomy, and I didn't get too far in because I had to go, but from what I understood, the beginning had resurrectors or something, like people who resurrected people from the dead, and they were digging up like graves and stuff from graveyards. It seemed really interesting though. I think they were trying to resurrect a girl, but then they had to go because this graveyard keeper caught them, and so they had to run away. But also while I was reading, I was listening to The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. Great song, great album. I hope I was giving off mysterious girl in a library vibes. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, but in that library, I feel so bad, because I swear to God, I think I gave like this old sweet worker woman a heart attack. Like, I think she worked at the library, right? And I think she was in the middle of putting away books, and I didn't know she was coming around the corner. And so when I looked behind me, I felt a presence behind me, okay? I saw her, and I literally just jumped. I jumped like an inch off my chair, and I think I freaked her out slightly. I don't know. I didn't fully look, but I feel like I freaked her out, and I feel like I gave her like a mini heart attack, and I'm so sorry to that worker. She seemed like such a sweet old woman, even though I literally didn't talk to her for like 2 seconds, but I just got so scared. I jumped out of my seat, and then I like flipped the camera down. I was scared. Okay, again, I'm so bad at filming in public, and I'm so sorry to that woman, even though she probably will never see this video in her lifetime. Because I had a bit more time left, and also because I was actually quite close, I went to a used bookstore called We Bookin', and I go to this store a lot. One time I even went so much that one of the workers recognized me, and I was so embarrassed, so I avoided it for like a good month. So it's all used books. I'm not sure if they sell any new books, but I don't think so. I've never seen any. And I always feel like they have quite a few options because it's in a very like populated area. There's a bunch of neighborhoods around it. So I always feel like they have a bunch of books that I recognize. Oh my god, the craziest thing happened. I found 3 of the old Percy Jackson covers on this shelf. I actually missed one of them at first. I only found The Sea of Monsters and A Titan's Curse at first. I missed The Last Olympian until later when I went back. I actually left them there because I was thinking, okay, I already have the Percy Jackson series. I don't need another copy. But also, I was just thinking I'd be stupid not to get them because these are really difficult to find these days and they were only like $5 each. So I went back to get them and that's when I found The Last Olympian and I got them, and I'll be showing you guys a book haul later along with other books I got over the past few months. And so, like an even bigger idiot, I went around the store looking to see if I could find book 1 and book 4 in the old covers, and no, I could not find them. So I just went looking around, walking around, and then I went upstairs. There's also a second level to the store. Not too much up there, but I just go to look at the science fiction shelf sometimes because they mix in like the fantasy books there. I can't believe I just got 3 of the old Percy Jackson covers for $15. Okay, I'm back home now and I'll show you guys the 3 books that I got. Like, I can't believe I got 3 of the old Percy Jackson covers. It is absolutely insane. I almost missed this one, by the way. I went back to look and I'm just like, oh my god, The Last Olympian is there too. And I almost left them there. You know why? Because normally I don't collect books, but it's just like I'd be an idiot not to buy them because these are like almost impossible to find these days. Also, I just wanted to add, I got them for like $5.25, $4.50, and then $5.50, which is absolutely insane because these can go for like hundreds of dollars these days apparently. Not that I'm gonna sell them, definitely gonna keep them. And while I'm showing you guys Percy Jackson, I thought I might also show you guys some recent books I bought that I may not have shown you. I can't really remember, so I'm just gonna do it now really quickly. First off, we have a really wrecked copy of The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I have no clue what happened here. Most of these books I thrifted, okay? Before you guys say anything, I thrifted these, okay? If you do not buy them then, you cannot get them as cheap later. That's what I always say to myself, and that's what I'll always go with. When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm just trying to get myself into romance. I think I've been getting used to it, okay? I really want to get into romance because I know there's so many romance books out there and I really want to read them. It's just I've been a fantasy reader for most of my life, and so I've been trying to like throw myself into romance, and I think I'm getting used to it. Next we have The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. I may have shown you guys these. I can't remember. I think it might have been in my latest bookshelf tour. I don't know, but I'm just going over them again, I guess. Okay, to be fair, I would not have bought these if Value Village didn't do their buy 4 get 1 free book sale thingy that they always do, you know? They were there, I recognized them, I obviously bought them. I have a problem, I know. I keep saying that every single time I show you guys books that I buy. Oh, I have one more over there actually. Okay, now I have all the books. A Wedding in Spain, An Infuriating Man, 3 Days to Convince Her Family She's Actually in Love. Oh god, is this fake dating? I know this one's fake dating. I don't know why I bought this one, but is this one fake dating? I don't think I've ever bought so many fake dating books in a row in my life. Also, since when? I know Lucy Score books are like ridiculously huge, but since when were romance books like this big? Like, this is insane. Like, how much romance do you need in one book? Oh god, I'm gonna die, aren't I? I don't know why I did this to myself. Next we have Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Oh, this is a Reese's book club pick. Speaking of Reese Witherspoon, I loved Legally Blonde when I was younger, and I have no clue why. I think I rewatched that movie like maybe over 10 times at least. I was obsessed with it when I was younger, and I have no clue why. Maybe it's because my favorite color is pink. That is such a ridiculous reason, but maybe. Oh my god, yeah, and Reese Witherspoon has a review on the cover. Does she have a review on all the covers of her book club picks? No one's ever told Eleanor that life should be better than fine. That's kind of depressing. I'm really trying to branch out this year, if you guys couldn't tell. I think I've been doing a good job so far because I haven't read too many fantasy books this year, I don't think. I've really been branching out. I think I recently read, well actually that's a video coming up soon, so maybe I won't tell you guys just yet, but I have been branching branching out quite a bit this year. You guys will be proud when that video comes out. Next ones we have are also because I recognize them and because I had literally no other choice in that thrift store because I did not notice anything else I might be interested in. I'm not really sure if I'm interested in these, and it's only because I recognize them, but it's the first 2 books in the Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead or something like that. Yeah, I have no clue what these are about, so that's great. Also, she's written so many books. I recognize some of these, like I've seen them before. I've just never read them before. Only a true best friend can protect you from your immortal enemies. What is this name? Lisa Dragomir. Sometimes I forget how ridiculous fantasy names sound. I think I've been reading like too many contemporary books. Maybe I should fix that. Should I spoil myself on this one? I don't know. When love and jealousy collide on the slopes, winter break turns deadly. What the hell are these books? Also, there's a TV show, right? Yeah, Peacock. I've never been interested in these before, but then I saw like they had the first 2 books at their store and I'm just like, why not? So I don't read too many fantasy books with like vampires and werewolves in them. I don't know if there's werewolves in these. I've only watched like TV shows with vampires and werewolves, like the Vampire Diaries, the originals, Legacies, Teen Wolf. I only watched that because of Dylan O'Brien. Loved Dylan O'Brien. Oh my god, I recently introduced my best friend to the Maze Runner movies because I love Dylan O'Brien. Okay, next one we have is actually one I never heard about until I watched Tia Chu. She's also another booktuber. I watched her channel and she recently started reading this, A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayborn, and it's a mystery series. And normally I'm not the biggest mystery reader. I think the only mystery book I've ever read is the one I'm currently reading, which is Diviners by Liba Bray, and that's the only mystery book I've ever read or am still currently reading. I don't know, again, trying to branch out. Mystery up next, I guess. I also heard there was a really good slow burn romance in here, and I love slow burn romance. Oh my god, please recommend me slow burn romance books because it's actually really hard to find them. I didn't realize how hard it was until I tried making a list of all like the slow burn romances I've ever read. Kind of difficult to find, actually. Please recommend them to me. This cover is gorgeous, by the way. I think I've heard of the Veronica Speedwell series before. It's just, I don't know, I guess I completely forgot about them. I do that. I save books and then I just never end up reading them. London, 1887. After burying her spinster aunt, orphan Veronica Speedwell is free to resume her world travels in pursuit of scientific inquiry and the occasional romantic dalliance. Okay, next is Forget Me Not by Alison Derrick. I believe this is her debut solo novel because I know she's like co-written a bunch of other books. They redid the cover. I like the old cover, but I also really like this one, so I just decided to get it because I just really like this cover for some reason. It's like very colorful. Also, the back is gorgeous as well. What would you do if you forgot the love of your life existed? Next, we have one that I've already read, but I read it as an ebook. So I saw it at a used bookstore I went to, and I'm just like, oh my god, I actually love that book, so no better chance to get it than at a used bookstore where it's like cheap. A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey, and it's also a Reese's Book Club pick. And also, I really like this book. It was really cozy. So it was basically about a girl who like had 3, I guess, tragedies going on in her life, or like problems. Her best friend lied to her, her boyfriend of 3 years broke up with her, and then her grandma ended up dying like not too long ago, and so her parents were kind of just like, we're afraid you're just gonna continuously fall into a mental breakdown, and so we're sending you off to England. Yeah, and so she meets like a bunch of friends, new people, and then she meets this guy named Orion. They have a little romance going on. I thought it was really cute, and I really liked it actually. Rated it 4 out of 5, and so I decided to get it because it's a cute pink cover, and I actually really like this. And also, this guy, the way he's drawn on here reminds me of Adrian Agreste. Did any of you ever watch Miraculous Ladybug? Next, we have Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness. This is the 3rd book in the Chaos Walking series. I have all 3 books now. I thrifted all of them. I got them so cheap. You guys have no idea. And now I have all of them, and I guess I can just start the series without worrying about when I have to get the next book. I'm probably gonna read this as an ebook though. I'm not gonna lie, because these books are kind of ginormous, and they do have them in like my library, and like they also have it on the app, so I'm probably gonna read it as an ebook on my phone. But at least I have all 3 books now, and if I really love the series, then they're on my shelf. I'm wondering if I can read anything on the back without spoiling myself. As a world-ending war surges to life around them, Todd and Viola, something like that, face unspeakably vast consequences of each action, each word, each monstrous decision. I have no clue what this trilogy is about. I just heard there was a really good slow burn romance in here, and so, or was it subplot romance? I can't remember, but I'm really excited. Next one we have is actually an author I've been wanting to read for a while, and so I was really surprised to find this in like the used bookstore because it was only $4.25. It's The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. I heard Sarah Adams is like a very fluffy romance writer. I think I also heard somewhere that she doesn't do like 3rd act breakups. I could be wrong about that, but she tries to write romances that aren't as stressful as some other romances, so I really wanted to read. Oh my god, the font is so tiny. What is this? Oh my god. Okay, it's only around 300 pages, but the font is so tiny, so it's basically like 400 pages. What is this? Again, who who needs this much romance in a book? I'm gonna die. Okay, no, I should not have that mood. Again, I'm trying to branch out. Wait, it says special edition on the cover. What's special about this edition? Is there something in the back? There's a Q&A with Sarah Adams. Is that what's special about this book? Is it ever too late to leave the friend zone? Oh god, it's a friends to lovers romance. I don't hate friends to lovers. It's just not my favorite. Discover a heartwarming friends to lovers romance in this expanded edition with an exclusive new chapter and a Q&A with the author. Okay, that is what's special about this book. The friend zone is not the end zone for Bree Camden, who is helplessly in love with her longtime best friend and extremely hot NFL legend Nathan Donaldson. The only problem is that she can't admit her true feelings because he clearly sees her as a best friend with no romantic potential, and the last thing Bree wants is to ruin their relationship. Is this dual POV? Oh, it is. Okay. All right. And the last book we have, I actually bought 2 days ago because, okay, so they have this series, like a lot of these books, because apparently it's gone like really, really popular because what's it called again? Like the non-explicit covers, like without the humans on them, you know, like the subtle covers, if you know what I mean. They had a bunch of them. But the thing is, they didn't have the first book in that lineup from where I was looking where they were supposed to be. And then I randomly found this first book where it was not supposed to be. Like, say the author's last name starts with a W. It was all the way with the authors whose last name started with an N. And I'm just like, oh my god, that first book is not over there. It's over here. And it's the last one. It's the last one in this store. And I'm just like, I'm gonna get it. It's just like, I wanted it because it was the last one, if you know what I mean. It was Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I've literally had no interest in this series whatsoever until I figured out it was the last one in that store and I wanted to get it because I'm like that, sadly. Listen, it's also the FOMO. The FOMO was really hitting hard with this one because I heard there was a really good slow burn romance in here and I love slow burn romances. So hopefully this is done really well because I already knew the font on these pages is so small and I don't think it's bad. I tried reading, well, no, I didn't try reading this. I read a sample on like Kindle like a couple months ago. I didn't think it was bad necessarily. I wasn't interested in it at the time. So hopefully I can get into this because I just really want to be just as obsessed along with everyone else. Yeah, the FOMO really hit hard with this one. He wants to save her. She wants to hide. She's damaged. He's determined. Fate brought them together. Love binds them. I'm just hoping to fall in love with this romance like everyone else is. But yeah, that's the end of today's vlog. I think I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.